Hello everyone, this is the first lesson recording for IM2, February 1st, 2021. So period 1, since we did not get to do the quiz number 2, you started with that. Let's get some announcements done. Quiz number 2 retake is going to be available if you scored 80% or below, and it's going to be on Wednesday at 3 p.m. or you can schedule with me some other time if the 3 p.m. does not work for you. There is an option to go over the quiz first with me. However, to do that, you need to schedule some time before that. Unit 6, Unit 7 tests will be on next week, and it's going to be on factoring and different forms of quadratic equations. I wanted to explain some things about Gradebook. Okay, I get the idea that a lot of students do not really understand how the different weight works in your gradebook. The different categories are weighed differently here. Participation 5%, homework is 15%, quiz is 25%, 10% for oral quiz, and unit test and final is going to comprise 45% of your overall final grade. However, right now, because we haven't done any unit tests, and the oral quiz is left as a blank. So participation, homework, and quizzes, they are taking up 100% right now. So currently, although participation should only take 5% at the end of the semester, it's taking up 11% of your overall grade. So if you did not do those activities, then you are losing a lot of points. Homework and classwork, it's taking up 33% from 10 homework and classwork we've had so far. That means each one is taking up about 3% of your overall grade. So if you got a 0, then you are automatically deducting 3% from your homework. Okay, so if you have 3 assignments that you did not turn in, that's automatically 88%. That's the maximum you could possibly get. So, while as quizzes, it's taking up 55% from 2 quizzes. However, you should also note that quiz number 1, that's the factoring one, is taking up 25%, and quiz number 2 is taking up 10% or 10 points. That means quiz number 1 is taking up about 2.5 times the weight than quiz number 2. And all the future quizzes are going to be 10 points, whereas the quiz number 1, the on factoring, it's going to have lot more of a significant portion. And eventually, this quiz number 1 will be moved to the oral quiz category. So that means it's eventually going to take up 10% of your final grade. That means that's like similar to unit tests, okay? Because each unit test are going to take up 10 to 15% of your overall grade. But unlike the unit test and final with no retakes, oral quiz or the quiz number 1 on factoring does have a retake, as would be the quizzes. Okay, something to note about your homework. Okay, eventually it's going to take up only 15% of your overall grade, and that's going to be divided up by about 50 assignments. That means at the end, it's only going to, each assignment or homework is going to be taking up only less than 0.5%, 0.3%. Okay, so you might say, oh, you know what, if that is the case, I don't really need to do some of the homework. Well, unfortunately, if you're not doing your homework, you're not going to be doing well on your quizzes. And if you're not doing well on your quizzes, you're not going to be doing well on your unit tests. So it's a vicious cycle. It's a trickling effect here. Okay, so while homework is only worth very small percentage of your overall grade, without doing your homework, you are not going to be successful in IM2. So I would strongly suggest, if you need help, you get some help. Okay, so on that thought, I'm going to offer a Factoring 101 workshop. Okay, so it's an intensive 2-hour session on Wednesday from 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. for those students who are still struggling with factoring. Okay, I know that some of you are using online solver to factor because you are not sure how to factor. If that is you, I'm not kidding when I say that factoring and quadratic equation is one of the most important topic this year. Okay, we are going to be spending at least the first 12 weeks on quadratic functions. So do you really want to be always struggling with factoring and always struggling with the rest of the math? Okay, so if that is you, please come at 12:30 on Wednesday, and if you are planning to come, can you let me know that you are planning to come? This is going to help you prepare for the quiz number 1 retake as well as the unit test. So this will be a great way to make sure that you understand factoring, and also knowing that quiz 1 will eventually be taking over the oral quiz category, taking up 10% of your final grade. That means it is a significant portion of your grade. Alright, something else about your homework. You are encouraged to work with other students, but please, if you are working with other students, I need to know, on top of your homework, indicate the name of students who are working with you, and it needs to be the same for all students. Say if, I don't know, one student is working with somebody else, then I should be seeing both names on both of their homework. There should be no copying of work or allowing others to copy, or using online solvers to do the homework for you. Okay, and some of you would have received 1 out of 10 for some of homework number 6 and homework number 7. I am cracking down on students not showing all proper work, including the diamond puzzle. Okay, yes, there is a way to solve without a diamond puzzle, but in order for that to be happening, you need to be pretty fluent to be able to do all of that in your head. And I am not sure some of you are ready for that, which makes me think that you're most probably going using the online solver. If that is not you, you know how to do this, please, I've invited you to meet with me to verify that you do know how to solve without the diamond, and that will also earn you any points that you might have lost from quiz number 1 as well, right? So if you got 1 out of 10 on your homework for number 6 or number 7 homework, please contact me. Generally, if you're struggling with less than 15% of the homework, that is okay, but you should show your thinking process and not leave blank answers. Okay, just do your best and say, I've tried this, I've tried that, but I'm still stuck. Okay, that way you are showing effort. However, if you leave it as blank, then I do not know whether you just said, I can't be bothered, so that's why I'm not trying, or that you really did try but did not understand how to do it. If you are struggling with greater than 15%, you should realize that you did not understand the lesson very well, and you should have come to the study hall to work on the homework together. Okay, so if you are struggling with more than 50%, and that's just the general percentage, then yes, you are going to lose points. Okay, while it is graded for completion and effort. Okay, if you realize that at the end of the class that you are struggling and you're choosing to not to get help that is available for you, then yeah, you're going to lose a lot of points. I do allow one or two homework extensions. If that is the case, email me with your reason. Okay, so I know that life happens. I know some emergence happens, technology issues or whatever. I understand that that happens. And if that is the case, please email me and I'll be more than happy to give you extension. The thing with the extension is that you need to also remind me when you do get your homework graded. I might not always remember that I gave you extension, so you need to send me another email saying that, hey, Mrs. Van Horn, you told me I'm going to have extension, but I lost points for being late. So can you fix that? And I'll be more than happy to. Again, it's graded for completion and effort. That means in general, you should be getting 10 out of 10. If you are not, I always leave a feedback. Okay? If you're not getting 10 out of 10, I always leave a feedback. And even if you are getting 10 out of 10, I sometimes leave a feedback if, yeah, I think you did your best and you did try to complete it to the best of your ability, but I see that you have some misconceptions. I am going to make some comments on that. Okay, so please demonstrate your best effort and do your best to complete it. Do not leave any answers blank. Okay, that's it for today for announcements, but the lesson recording will be following.